Oh, all right. Welcome back to the Planet Paintball podcast, brought to you by 1023 Sportswear. That's TEN23 Sportswear.com. Your home for all your custom apparel. Give them a call. Tell them Planet Paintball sent you and get 20% off. And Southwest Paintball in Bayfield, Colorado. The last few weeks of the Colorado paintball season. Get out there before the snow starts falling and tell John we said hi. Tonight, I got engaged with me. I'm going to have them come around and introduce themselves and tell us where they found paintball. Big Juice, you want to go first?
Yeah, I start off, man. My name's Big Juice. For y'all that don't know me, I'm still Big Juice. You might have seen me before, but now you hear my voice. But I first found paintball, of course, at a birthday party. But it was my birthday party for sure. So, I turned 18, I'm playing football. I brought a bunch of the guys out, said, man, let's go have some fun. We had a lot of fun, man. We went somewhere in Uptown, man. It was somewhere. Don't even remember the name of the place, but man, it was way back. First started playing tournament paintball in like 2021. Started out at Glory Road, then made my way to Boston, made my way up to PVC Rock Hill, Palmetto, just started playing a little bit of everywhere. But you see me anywhere and everywhere, for real, man. That's really it about me, for real. I be around.
Dave, Jello, who wants to go first?
I am Jello, also known as Angelo, but people know me as Jello around the field. I discovered paintball by going to a birthday party, my own birthday party, going with my siblings and a couple friends. Kind of got hooked, went again for another birthday party, and then started wanting to get gear and get into paintball. Then we discovered Palmetto Hills, and I was stuck from there.
I'm Dev. Paintball a long time ago for a little bit. Probably 14 years old. Wasn't very competitive, but I played speedball. I never played football. I just punched speedball. Played for probably 2 years when I was a kid, and then stopped playing, and then started playing 4 years ago now. Maybe 4.5 years ago. Pretty much found paintball through my friend. He played speedball. And he said, you want to go play one day?
Nice. So, you guys just finished up the C3XL season, second overall in D4. You won what, 3 or was it 3 events total?
Yeah, we won 3 first place.
The third.
Okay. So always up in the mix for sure. Kind of. I know the double points thing, because I think 3 you guys, 3 out of first for the season, right? Yeah. There was only 4. Yeah. So, but that's how the cookie crumbles. How did Engaged get started? Like, I know Juice from around a little bit. I know, Dev, you played with Wreckers, right? So let's recap. How did Engaged get founded?
So when we used to play for Wreckers, about 3 years we played for the Wreckers. I think Juice played. I think you played for a full 3 years or 2 years.
Full 3 years, yeah.
3 years, yeah. So we played together for 3 years. My son played on the quote unquote kids team that Wreckers had. And then some of the other guys played on either our line or the D5 line.
Okay.
So a bunch of core people kind of stayed together after the Wreckers split up, or just disbanded, really. So we just kind of filled the void. And, I know I wanted to run my own team and kind of be in a little bit more control and kind of keep things organized or whatnot the way I see fit. And of course, with the team too, like I don't ever make a decision without the team, but that's pretty much how we started. It was a bunch of core guys from Wreckers, and then we have 3 others that came on board: Rick, Tanner, and Tanner. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but I don't think so. I think it's just Rick, Tanner, and both Tanners, Tanner Ivy and Tanner Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just.
So how many guys are on the official roster, if you will?
We have 10 people on the D4 roster.
Okay. So you got 10 people on D4. Why are you playing D5 for the C5XL?
We're not. We're in.
Are you? I could have sworn it said engage D5.
Okay. So no. Yeah. So
Oh, okay,
originally,
you got 2 teams.
no, originally we were gonna. So originally I was gonna do 2 lines, and then the more I thought about it and kind of kept thinking about it, I kept was saying to myself, like, I don't really want to have to organize 2 teams. And then my buddy Billy, who's also on our line now, he was gonna just kind of organize things. But I probably would have still been involved to a certain degree. And then I really wanted to keep the focus on just one line, right? I didn't want to have like any type of division between 2 lines. It's more people. I don't know. I really just wanted to keep the focus on one main line. So we ended up just saying screw going with another D5 line. But we do our D6 3-man line is going to play D5 3-man next year. So
Okay.
yeah.
And that kind of came about mid-season. You got G Lily on there. I don't know the other
Yeah.
dudes. But how did that come about?
So my son Carlos started playing paintball and started getting a bit more competitive with it. Wanted to play like, some tournaments. And I knew G Lily was kind of bouncing around. And I mean, G Lily, just from watching paintball for as long as he did filming it, he just came out of natural, like, right? His mechanics, running gun, everything looks like a D4 level, right? He just has not played enough to have the knowledge. But even still, just watching it, it's like it's amazing, right? How good he is. So I knew I wanted to pick up him, right? I had Tanner Ivy in mind for a while now. So when I kind of put this all together, I asked him if he'd be willing to play with them. I explained that, Carlos is very new. He was all good about it. He came on board, play with them. And then we picked up Garrett as well. Garrett was playing with the Killionaires, on like their like kind of like the least worried about line. No, I don't want to say it like that. I guess they weren't always whenever they had extra people and they were like putting a line together. I think that's like kind of where he was.
Okay.
Towards the end, there wasn't a line for him. And I kind of like Garrett. I just kind of asked him, "Hey, would you like to come play with us?" The guys like playing with you, right? They all enjoyed playing together. They originally played all together one tournament under the Killionaires, right? When Carlos first got involved.
Okay.
But I kind of knew G Lily had went play with Evolution and a couple different teams, so I knew he didn't really have a home yet. So I wanted to get him locked in.
He's
Yeah,
a good guy to lock in.
For sure.
and everybody's good vibes. Like we, especially me, I'm kind of cooling down a bit. Like even on the field, just get a penalty, walk off. But yeah, everybody kind of represents us well, and we have a good standing so far.
Okay. So who came up with the logo?
I drew it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very like old school hip hop.
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
That's
spray
probably
paint
when I
wise.
used to draw like that. Is back then. Yeah.
Oh, what about the name? Like, who did you come up with the name too?
Yeah, I wanted to like come with something like kind of short and just like almost professional looking, like I just wanted something that would stick around for a while. Um Gates just kind of like clicked in my head one day and I was like, that's it. Angelo tried to argue with me a few times, but I kind of stood my ground.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a solid name. I like one word names, right? Like, you, if you're gonna name yourself like the Death Lizards or something, like that's too much. Too much. One word.
Yeah.
So,
Way too much.
You can barely fit it on a jersey, right?
yeah, it's gotta fit. It's gotta look, nice and clean. It can't be like wrapped around the whole jersey. So
Everywhere on it. And be like, nah.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing I really appreciate about you guys' jerseys. Like, it's a very simple but like elegant design, right? Like, it's not just plain, but it doesn't have too much going on. So
Me, Juice, and Joe all kind of went back and forth in the group chat and picked that up.
nice.
We had a
And
couple
Ruthless did
different.
them.
Yeah, Ruthless did it. We'll probably, I think we're looking into or going to look into Anthrax. I've seen some of Anthrax's stuff, so we're probably gonna go and look into their stuff.
Okay.
I reached out to the Five, but I'm not really sure. We're not really sure which direction we want.
Well, you got some time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long off season. So
I
are
just
you
don't like to
guys?
wait too long, because then you know,
Oh
it's like
yeah, I
a
mean, if
couple
you
weeks
wait too
before the
long,
event, and you're like, damn, it's gonna, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
then you're gonna
there's
pay extra.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta pay extra for that expediting. So are you guys outside of the C5XL? You guys got any other plans for the year?
We're committing to NGXL.
Okay, so next year the NGXL for sure. Nice.
Sir.
So what was the thought process behind going to the NGXL?
So I had originally gone with the QC Royals to help pod and pit with them for that event, and I had saw that the competition was pretty good there. The field is really well taken care of. They have multiple divisions that play there too. They have Division 6 3-man, so we could put another line together for that.
Okay.
And so I brought that information back to him to find out if we wanted to play in either that, the AXL, nationally, or whatever we wanted to do for next year.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And because it's like the C3XL is 3-man technically, like you guys aren't in danger of ranking up to D3, right? You'll still be
No, yeah,
D4
no.
next year.
Yeah, no.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll still be D4.
Yeah, I think our points are still. I don't even think our points barely moved. I think me and Juice are like right around 330, 340 ish.
I
Okay.
think I went up 4 points.
Yeah, like and I mean, I thought, well, like the 3 first place wins, you know, maybe we get like, you know, something, right? A little couple points.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather not, right? Keep them.
No, hey, stay low so you can play local.
Yeah, I'm getting old, right? I can't. Yeah.
Well, if you're as old as I am, like we're looking at you know, our points get divided here shortly, right?
Yeah. I don't know. What is that? 50?
That's at 40.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting.
Because I'm knocking on that door next year, and I can't wait.
Gage will have a D6 one real short.
Yeah, gonna be looking good, huh?
Shit.
So, Angelo, you played with the Wreckers too, right? On the kids squad.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, it cut out for a second.
Did you played with? Did you play on the Wreckers kid squad or the Wrecked Out squad?
The Wrecked Out squad. I played with them.
So
I also had played a couple 3-mans with their Blackout line too, and then I had gone to their 5-man.
Gotcha. So you were kind of part of that the Blackout Wrecked Out kids that then came in and formed up. Nice.
Yeah.
How'd that team come about? Because a bunch of killers came out of there. A bunch of killers came out of that squad.
Justin really like harbored a great community, like with the Wreckers, right? He built, like in the beginning, he definitely built like a nice home for everybody, and I think people were attracted, right? So I don't know how it originally came about, right? How they came around or whatnot, but I do know like it seemed like a lot of people that came to Palmetto wanted to play.
Okay. So did you link in with them once they came to Palmetto?
Yes and no. I believe we did meet at Palmetto, but I believe we met further at a CFOA, and they invited me to play with them because they needed somebody else. And so I had played with them, and then they asked me if I wanted to play on their 5-man line for that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And
Juice, man.
Sir.
Take us back to the first tournament team.
Man. First tournament team was a CFOA. It was in 2021. So before that, I ain't never played the snake before, man. I get to the tournament, they tell me I'm playing the snake. I'm going crazy in my head. I'm like, man, this is insane. But it turned out to be actually a good day. We ended up coming in 6th place, the first tournament. I don't remember it like that because it was the first one, but it was good, man. I played with the Monarchs, Charlotte Gold Monarchs, something like that. And then the rest of that year, I ended up playing with my home team, Carolina Redemption. A lot of you guys, if y'all know AJ Marzano, I played with him. We played on the team together. That's where I started out at with AJ. That's where I met Marcy. And just met everybody there. And then after that, started with some 5-man. I got to know Justin. That's when I came to the records, you know. After that, played with the records for 3 years. It's a blast starting D5. You know, it was always fun every year, man. It was always a good team. Had great morale. It was always a good boost playing with everybody. So it's always a fun time being there. So I always
So,
love it.
what were the expectations as like a new but not new team, right? Like you said, you kind of had a core, but going into the season, how did you guys think it was gonna go?
I'll let Juice go first. I'm gonna talk a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
we thought it was gonna go good, man. We had our heads high. It wasn't like we was doubting ourselves. You know, we stayed sharp throughout the off season. So it ain't like we had any doubt in ourselves. You know we can play. We know we can go out there, have fun, do our thing. It's just all about showing up, getting them nerves out, you know, first point of the day. You know how I go, Hunter. First point
Yeah,
of the day.
look, gotta have that first beer of the day before the first point. At least for me, take the nerve off a little bit.
What it takes sometimes, man. It'd be like,
We definitely meshed well too, right? We played for 4 years together pretty much, right? Um, so we were kind of used to playing with each other, right? You know, you kind of get used to playing with people, you know, their tendencies kind of fell together pretty quickly.
Yeah, and you came out the gate hot with that number one spot right off the beat. So, how'd you guys do in the season opener? Did you win that one too?
yeah, we
I
won.
believe we did win the first one.
Okay.
I believe the second one is where we got 5th place.
Yeah. That was the one in
Taylorsville.
Taylorsville. Yeah.
Both of the ones in Taylorsville were the ones that we had got in 5th and 3rd.
Yeah, we don't like
Okay.
Taylorsville.
Well, here we aren't going back, or we're going back, but yeah, we are going back. But I think it's not as much or something. It's the rumor, at least. So, yeah, that last event was my first time at Command Decision. So I know it wasn't as bad as most people made it out to be.
Yeah, it
So,
wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. The worst part, you gotta
I-
walk like a little bit to get your paint, but it
yeah,
wasn't.
that's about it. Like,
Yeah, that was the only thing, really.
yeah, people
I
made it
like
seem like you were playing on a hill like this.
No, it
I got
wasn't.
out
It
there. I
wasn't
was
that
like,
bad.
this isn't that bad. Like it's not totally flat, but like I've been on way worse.
Yeah, I think Fayetteville. It wasn't Fayetteville when you sit in the corner and like you're like all the way down. Like you
Oh
can't.
yeah.
There's like a visible difference. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, what was it?
I think it's the turf field, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the,
the
yeah,
turf
the
field.
turf
turf
field.
field.
They made it a little bit better, but like that the first year of the CPXL, it was
Yep.
like you could barely see the other guy's head. You know, like uh, and they had that slick turf that
I
you
remember
take it.
watching Nick. Man, Nick took bro, he took 2 steps off the bunker and just launched, and he slid like 35 feet. I swear,
Oh
he was
yeah.
putting his feet down trying to stop. Like it was the funniest thing ever.
Can't stop.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, with those big boulders behind the start gate. So if you went over, you were paying for it
yeah.
for sure. Uh, yeah, I think that's the only tournament I saw someone do a legit double knee slide into like a 50.
Oof.
You know. Um. So what's like what team did you guys have the most trouble with all year?
This year, in the 3-man, definitely
Yeah.
Rice and Marines.
Okay.
They play really well pocket paintball, man. They don't get nervous out there at all. I watch them play all the time, right? The matches. Even when they get pressured, they just kind of roll back into the bunker and look at their teammate and let them know what's going on. If they get shot, they just get out right away. They're very well playing paintball players, man. I love playing against them boys.
Yeah, they're good kids.
Love and hate.
Yeah,
Good players.
yeah,
Yeah. So what would you guys call engaged paintball? Like, is it fast in your face? Is it locked down? What
I
do
think
you
it
guys?
depends, man. We can definitely put the gas on, or we can kind of sit back and think about what's next.
Yeah.
We used to be all like just kind of get down the field as quick as possible, yada yada yada. Think now, we slow it down when we have to, and we speed it up when we have to.
It could be anything you want.
Well, I think you guys did a really good job of like locking it down this year.
Yeah,
The times I played you, I was like, these guys just like, that first game at the last one where I ran through, I was like, I just got to break the cross.
we were watching through the footage, and I was like, man, I hope he still puts this on the podcast. I just watched the paint go up and down your side.
No, it was great. I loved it. I'm all about it. Like, put it on me.
It's like whenever you run somebody down like that, like their teammate across the field is going to give it to you.
Oh, yeah,
right?
no,
kind of part of it.
Look, I knew what I signed up for when I launched. So I was just happy I got there in time to grab one of you.
I think you got your one.
Yeah, I got my one. That's all I wanted to do. I was like, if I peel off one of them, the rest is on the boys, But you guys pulled out that point, so
I think it was a no
It was a
point
no
that
point.
one.
Was
That's
it
when
a
me
no
and Colin
point?
traded at the, I think it was Colin.
Okay, yeah, it was Colin.
Traded at the end.
Yeah.
Actually, both times that happened, we ended up trading.
Yeah, that happened twice, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you had that crazy run, like you went to the center and then back to the D side to get Colin out of that corner, I think, and ended up trading, right? At one point in the
I
finals.
think I shot you out the center.
Yeah.
And then I ran to I want to say the snake corner. And that's when I shot, I don't know who was on D side, but I shot him out. And then that's when me and Colin were kind of battling from that Dorito, and he was in the corner.
Yeah.
I think that was Colin. I don't know which one's which really.
They look very similar now.
Yeah. But whoever it was, we kind of battled in the corner a little bit. I kind of snuck up to the brick, and then when he came to run it down, we kind of traded over there in the center.
Gotcha. Well, so you guys are looking at gear. Where are we all shooting these days? What's the marker of choice?
Yeah.
Planet
But then
Paintball.
tried to leave the camp a couple of times, and I just keep coming back.
Okay. Oh. What about that platform do all of you like?
Maintenance, honestly, it's easy to maintenance, and even if you don't maintenance it, it will still work every time. It's just so reliable. Its shots are amazing. The triggers feel great. It just feels like a good, well-made gun. Just any Planet Eclipse, in my opinion.
I call them the AK-47s of the paintball world, right?
Yeah,
keep
I mean,
shooting, right? You dive into a mud puddle and you pull it out and shoot.
yeah, there's not much you can do to hurt one of those things. So outside of like spearing it into the ground. So
I've done that before.
Might shoot. It still might shoot, man.
Yeah.
So Juice, what's the secret to being like such a damn good snake player? Because like you said at the first event they threw you in the snake, and I don't think I've seen an event where you haven't been in the snake.
Man, it's all about timing. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
Being a person of my size, I'm a little on the bigger side of things, It's all about timing, really.
All right.
That's the main thing. I wouldn't say it's too hard, man. Really, paintball, like they say, it's like chess. Chess, not checkers, the better move always gonna come out on top. So I mean, you know,
True.
better move.
Angelo, you played home most of the time, most of the season, right? What do you think's key to being a good home player?
Honestly, just nonstop talking. Even if you're not talking about like where they're at, just like talking about what your teammates need for you to move up, talking about where the guns are looking, where they were last seen, where they could potentially be, just things on the field that normally don't get said
Okay,
by the ones or the twos.
gotcha. That's good advice right there. And Devin, man, you move around and you break a lot of games open. What's the secret there?
Man, I used to just kind of like hammer it home every time. Like I would always just try to go get somebody, right? And like really thankful to my teammates. They just started reeling me back, right? Juice will see me start getting itchy in the center, right? It'd be like, damn, I need you, and I'll just kind of snap out of it, right? And I just take those kind of educated risks, or I won't even say educated risks, right? It's just kind of like that percentage, like chance I get here and I kind of get somebody out and keep it moving, or chance I just trade out. I kind of, think about what's worth what. A lot of this year, man, I really enjoyed playing 3-man with Juice and Jello, right? You don't have to really, like, I always depended on my other 5-man teammates, so it's not a shot like that or anything, right? But when there's less people, right, and you trust those players, it's a lot easier to go down the field and maybe make a mistake and get shot out and trust that your boys are going to pull off that 2v3, right? Like,
Yeah.
I had a lot of freedom doing that, right? Like I can go make a mistake and, fix it. Either they fix it that point or we fix it the next point. So I never really had to worry about that, right? I just they kind of let me go when I go, when Juice knows he needs me or Jello knows he needs me, kind of like reels me back in. You know, Jello hit me with the dad, calm down, and Juice was just kind of be like, Dad, I need you. So yeah, it kind of snaps me out of it.
Nice. How has it is this the first season you and Jello got to play together?
Yes and no. We've played one tournament before this together. It was actually my first ever tournament, CFOA, which I played up to D5 because he was ranked D4 at the time still.
Okay.
And we ended up winning. But this
Nice.
is the first time we've gotten to play an actual full season together.
So how has that been?
Honestly, pretty good. I feel like I've done a good job also reeling him back, like he said, and also kind of treating it like a bow and arrow. I could pull him back and then just let him go whenever I need him to, and
I
it'll
like
just
that
go kind of
analogy.
wherever I am aiming.
Okay.
It's like on the
nice.
field, he's the dad, and I'm the son, and off the field, I'm the dad.
Little role reversal there, huh? How has it been for you, Dev? Like getting to play with your son for a full season, like that's something a lot of guys, uh, that they want but don't get for various
it's
reasons.
it's a great feeling, right? Like, we won that first goal, man. That was like a surreal feeling, right? I kind of never felt like I wanted to cry before, right? I really don't do that shit, right? But you feel that joy, right? Come over, and it was good. You know, we tried to get Carlos into it a little bit earlier. Then maybe, would have worked out better if I waited a little bit longer, right? It just kind of wasn't into it, right? Whether it was the pain or like the kind of, commitment that comes along with it, right? But even him, recently we got him in, right? But Angelo's been like hooked, right? For like the last 3 years, right? Probably within the first month of him playing speedball, it was kind of over, right? He was just ready to play. He'd show up to practices early, came to practice with me, all the time. We normally drive together because that's, works better. It's great. It's a great feeling, right? And I know it probably sucks for some dads, right? Because their kids might not be into it, right? Like I have a son that is not into it. My son Devin. He's just not into paintball at all. He came one time, he shot Carlos, or I don't even think he shot Carlos. Carlos ran out of paintball, so I told Carlos he lost, and that's it. He left the paintball field. He never played again. He never lets Carlos live it down. But so yeah, I can understand how some dads, right, like they really want their kid to play, but maybe that's just not their thing, right?
Yeah.
All my kids are kind of different.
Yeah. Well, I think it's something like you can't force, right? Like, kids can start playing when they're like 10, but like if they aren't into it, like you're just gonna ruin it for them. It's better to wait until they want it if they end up wanting it and then
Yeah.
enjoying it.
I
So
feel like 15, 16 years old, around there is probably a great time to get a kid. Maybe a little bit old, earlier.
yeah,
I feel like too early, it's hard to keep them like kind of honed in on one.
yeah, I would agree with that. You kind of need the teenage angst years. Paintball's great for that.
That first rundown, where they shoot somebody out, they're like, oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it that like hooked you guys? Like when did you realize like, oh, I'm gonna be doing this for a while?
Honestly, for me, it was whenever I did start playing with Wrecked Out, and it was the first it was the first third place that we had gotten, the first podium in 5-man. It had just sparked my interest for like full competitive paintball. I was already really interested, but that kind of just made it to where I was waking up every day early, making sure I'm actually energized, hydrating week before, full on just being prepared for paintball.
Juice?
Man, so I played football all my life. So really after high school, I had got bored, man. I just needed something to do. So like I had wanted to play paintball a couple times, but I just wasn't like too serious on it. And then I just started going. I got around, guys at Wood Road, AJ, Owen, and like John Braswell. We just started forming the team, just started bonding together, and that's really what got me going out there repeatedly for not even like competing, just conversating with people and just making connections really. But playing is an extra. You feel me? It's always fun for sure.
All right. Dev?
All right. I pretty much competitive with everything. I played sports my whole life from a kid. I played conference league football for probably I can't remember 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it was. Kind of fell off when I got to like junior high school because started doing other things, hanging out, doing other shit, stupid shit. But yeah, I just kind of get competitive with everything I do. I used to play video games. I was very competitive with it. I always like kind of found the league with teams. I always like the team feeling, right? Building with your boys. Um, I've met like a ton of people through people, like Juice said, like, I met Juice. I met like I can't even count how many people I've met through paintball, and just like it's just between Palmetto Hills, I've been to Greensboro a handful of times. Um, but yeah, it's not only a great sport, right? A great team sport. I think it's a great community builder. Everybody kind of looks out for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's not unique to paintball, but I think the amount of people that look out for everyone is pretty unique to paintball, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Um so it's way different than like skateboarding where like you just have your click or something. So the next question's from Andy's Taco Shop, financing available.
Oh man.
Go find Vargas and put your down payment down.
Yeah.
What is the one marker that got away that you wish you could have back? Juice, you want to start us off?
Yeah. Really, I've been shooting the same marker this whole time. I have not bought a new marker at all. But I am
Okay.
at the moment. So I've been shooting the CS2 since I started playing, man.
Picked it
It
out
ripped.
and
It ripped, man.
ripped. Said I'm not gonna be tempted by anyone else, huh?
Nobody, you can't get me.
All
Can't get
right.
me.
Jello?
I've been shooting a 170 basically since I've started paintball, and I've thought about upgrading to a 180 but that's a little bit expensive, so I've just stuck with the 170 for now. But it's still a PE gun, so it'll always run.
Fair enough.
Probably for me, it's my WGP autocock I had back in the day. Just had like a plain Jane, all black WGP autocock. I used to just love them. But I actually just bought one. But it was very cheap.
Nice.
I got it from Dylan Coffee. Sold to me for $100. I just got to get it rebuilt. It's almost the exact same one, but it's green instead of all black.
Okay. Center feed?
Yeah, center feed.
Okay, good. It's hard to find those elbows now, man. Oh,
Well, I think
you
it's
get
center field. I want to say it. I can't even remember now. I've only seen it like a handful of times. It's been at Palmetto since I bought it.
okay.
I'll have to check next time. I think it is center feed though. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Have you guys toyed around with doing any of the mechanical stuff?
I haven't.
Yeah, I do have a CS2 neck frame, but I do the 10-man. It's pretty fun. I played that twice. The CFOA 10-man, it's pretty fun. It was different. The mechanical is way more fun. It's not more fun than speedball, but it's way more funner than you would think. I say that for sure.
Okay. Jello, any experience with it?
Not played in any mech tournaments, but I have used mech guns before. I think they're very fun to use. And honestly, I'd like to play in a mech tournament. Maybe not a 10-man one, but maybe one of the CFOA 5-man mech tournaments.
Okay.
They seem pretty fun to play in, especially the ones on the hyperball field. I've seen Matt the Gym Rat playing a couple of them, it looks like, and it looks pretty fun.
Yeah. It's an experience, right? Like, especially if you didn't grow up in that era. It's just a little bit different for sure. So how does a engaged practice look?
Sure. I mean, up until this past weekend, it's been just kind of me, Juice, and Jello meeting up and really just running points. You know, we'd meet up a couple of Wednesdays at Palmetto or Thursdays, right? We'll run some drills. Everybody can make it out. Really, up until this past weekend, yeah, we haven't really had I would say formal. We kind of took the C3XL, you know, it was like we took it serious because we're competitive by nature, right? But we didn't practice nowhere near like we used to before a tournament. Um, so yeah, we haven't really quite got started yet. You know, we kind of have like an idea of what we're gonna do going forward for practice.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we don't have like an example yet.
Well, and I think that's fine for 3-man. Like, to me, 3-man's all about having fun. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of wish he'd go back to blind layouts. I don't know if he will or not. That'll be
He is for the cup
yeah.
though.
Yeah, for the cup, the 5-man's gonna be a blind layout, which I appreciate, right? Like, especially for that format, because if you guys know the layout drops, that's a 2-day, 2 case a day weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive.
Tournament week right after.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. It hits the wallet a little hard for sure.
When we were playing the CPX, so we used to do that the 2 weekends before tournament weekend. We used to play Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. And that's what we did on Relapse. And like, it just, I think the blind layout for 5-man X ball makes teams last longer because you don't have to do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Yep, I agree.
You still need to go out and like play some points, but you don't have to spend all that time dissecting the field, trying every little thing, because if you want to be competitive, the other guys are doing it, you know?
And Tyler,
So
I
now
was like,
that
man,
no, go.
I was gonna say, I mean, Tyler won't even let us go look at the layout Friday. He told us we're not allowed to come there. He's setting up Friday afternoon.
Yeah, he
and
told me that.
Open the gates. Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, then once he kicks all the D5 guys out, he's changing the layout again. So
Oh,
it'll be a
really?
different layout for the
Oh, between the days?
yeah.
I didn't know that. Good.
So
So I love Tyler, man. He's constantly keeping people on the.
oh yeah, he's doing a really good job, man. Like, he's doing the right thing for paintball, I feel like. And he goes that extra mile. Like, you can tell he really enjoys running it. Like, it's become a passion for him for sure. Sorry, I got distracted by some of my readings over here. So what are you guys doing for prep for the C5XL?
You go ahead, Josh. I've been talking. I'll talk all night.
For prep, we just want to get out there, just stay hot, stay ready. We want to keep playing till it get cold eventually. But we still gonna try and make it out there. Keep the guns rolling, stay loose, you know. I think we're gonna play a lot though, a lot more for sure. Back to like when we were playing with the records, you know. Get
Okay.
back to playing Saturday, Sundays all day instead of, you know, showing up 10 o'clock, leaving at like 2, 3 o'clock, you know, get there like 8, 9, just burn it out like 3, 4 o'clock, you know. Get back to that
And if you're
grind.
there and playing by 9, 3 o'clock's a long time, you know.
Yeah, but
So
That's
hey,
what we used to do.
that's what
yeah.
it takes.
And it's what you got to do, right? Like, I mean, it's what we did on Relapse. We were there by 8, on the field by 9, didn't quit until 3, 4 o'clock ish, and then back at it the next day.
That's what gets you ready, though. That's what gets you conditioned, right? You know, you see a lot of people falling out,
But yeah.
not able to play a whole tournament.
Well, and there's definitely like in shape and then in paintball shape, right? Like,
Yeah,
I know a
for
lot.
sure.
I know a lot of dudes who are like they're in shape, but they come out and play
Yeah.
paintball and they're winning,
Athletic,
right?
you know.
Yeah. So like, there's a certain like muscle and cadence to like a event that if you aren't practicing that way, like it's gonna be a rough day. So
Super long,
yeah.
super long.
Mm-hmm. So NGXL next year. And what are you guys? Do you have the 10 that you're gonna stick with for next year, or you guys looking for players?
No, we picked up the 10 players, kind of like, we had a little Discord where kind of everybody kept together. So I kind of asked around, and me and Juice and Joe were playing together as it was. So we kept in touch with everybody. So we kind of seen who wanted to play and do what, and slowly put the team together. And then we had the pickups I talked about earlier. But yeah, we're not gonna have any tryouts. I was thinking about doing a tryout just to have, or really, you don't even have to do a tryout. I was just gonna look for one person for the D5 3-man line, but I think they'll be fine with Ford. Um, and they're still new, so I'd rather them get as much, field time as possible. So I'll probably stick with Ford. I think 10 is probably where we're going to stay at. We originally wanted to do like 8, but I think 10 is good, especially summertime. Really, we're gonna. I'm getting old. I need to. I need my breaks here and there.
Look, those July and August events are rough, right? Like, uh, so it's always good being a little thick for the. I feel like 10's a good number to start the season with because something's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
So someone's gonna need to step away, so you'll have 9 or 8 for an event anyways. And then summertime hits. If you're going down there with 8 or 7 dudes, that's a rough day.
I mean, we were pretty good until that July event, right? Joe kind of didn't fall out, but he started getting sick, around, I think it was semifinals, right before semifinals.
Right after prelims had finished.
Yeah, and we weren't trying to risk anything, right? So he went and sat in the AC. Juice was cramping, I was cramping, right? I think Evan was the only one that wasn't fucking feeling it at all. They just got that 19-year-old fucking stamina. But yeah, that was probably the most brutal weather we've ever taken the 4 years.
Yeah, that was for sure the worst.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So, you know, let's talk about the Easter shootout. That's where you guys took 5th. Everything else you got hardware for. What happened?
So we had done really well in the prelims until we had faced Rice and Beans, which I believe we had lost 3-0 or 3-1 to, which that had put our point margin. We went from 1st overall down to 5th overall by 0.25 of a margin.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that's what had kicked us out just barely from being there. If we would have been at the same margin, it would have gone down to who had won more points, and if we were tied there, it would have gone down to who had more game time.
Okay. So it just
just shy.
just shy of it, just a point margin. So, well, and you could argue you guys versus Rice and Beans as the final match, right?
We
Like,
would have fought Rice and Beans from that last prelim and fought them directly again in the
okay,
next match too.
yeah,
That's happened a lot this year.
I believe 3 out of the 5 events we fought them immediately after prelims.
okay, for seeding. All right. What do you guys think the key has? I mean, 3 wins and then a third place, like that's a damn good season. Um, second overall. Like, what do you think was the key to that success?
I think it's trusting your teammates, right? Like I feel like all 3 of us trust each other to do what we got to do. When you do that, when you get off the field, you're not as worried, right? I just run off the field and get the hell into the pits, cheer my boys on and help them off the field, right? I think that was like a big key.
I say chemistry was a big one too. Just us playing together for so long, just it's second nature. We was just like firing. We was just firing off. It's just so flawless. You feel me?
I gotta agree with Juice on the chemistry because in almost at every event that we were at, if someone was coming up the center or coming down to run me or Juice down, all he'd have to say is just my name loud, and I'd realize that someone's coming up the center or coming down the side, and I'd look for them.
Okay.
14 times, though. 14 times he'd have to say his name.
I'd hear my name in turn. One
gotta
good
have
yell
it
does
on
it.
repeat.
It's so we're like, chill out.
What's been your funnest memory or like your favorite memory from paintball?
It was actually during one of the events where Juice and me were looking cross, and I hear Juice say, "Jello, Jello," and little do I know, the Rice and Beans guy is coming down the center to come bunker me. But I luckily looked down the center because I heard him and saved myself due to that.
Okay.
And then said, sorry, immediately after.
Go ahead,
Dev,
Dev.
what's one of yours?
And probably when we went to Fayetteville for the CPXL, when we were the records, right? And we were in this hotel and there was a bar downstairs, right? Of course, Justin started getting me drinking, so then I started drinking. The bar stayed open for us till like 1:30 in the morning or some crazy. They're supposed to close at 11 o'clock, and they stayed. I
Oh,
forget what
nice.
time. Maybe it was 12:30 or something. I don't know. But the next day I woke up. I'll never fucking drink before a tournament ever again. Never. I woke up and I was still spinning. I was like, holy shit, this is so bad. But I guess once my adrenaline starts pumping, it's I just snap out of it.
Yeah, that helps cleanse it out of the system a little bit, right?
Yeah. Probably started sweating bullets, didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I'm
Juice,
about to
what
go
about
with
you?
Dev. I'm about to go with Dev on that one, man. That tournament that night was pretty funny, but it was crazy the next day. Everybody was feeling it. It was, I'd never drink again before a tournament for sure.
And I think that's
Yeah.
the tournament that they ended it early and we finished it on a different layout, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, the one
I think
where it
that's
like
what we
rained
done, the
out.
lightning storm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
That's when we was buzzing. We was coming from us.
So how did you guys end up doing before they canceled it? What position were you in?
I think we ended up coming in third, like when we came
Okay.
back. Right? I think it was like 4 teams that I think we were in finals, right? Or
Yeah.
semifinals or something. I can't remember exactly. It's so long.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, not that bad.
We had the momentum that day, though. If I'm thinking about the right day, yeah, we had.
Any how's the pit look before the match starts? Are we getting rowdy, staying calm?
In the beginning of the match, we're usually pretty calm, level-headed. And then if something happens during the match, usually I'd say I'm kind of the mediator for like level-headedness. I kind of bring like everybody calm down kind of thing. And I do really well kind of mediating everybody's heads. And even when we're on the field, I kind of feel like I keep everybody kind of calm when that happens.
That's actually a funny memory I just remembered. So we were playing at the we were playing real quick. We were playing at the Carolina Extreme, right? And it was the last match of the day. I went to run somebody down, and I got called on a penalty from across the field for rub on my hopper. And I was so freaking mad. I was cussing up a storm. I was off the field in the pit, still cussing and screaming. Angelo and Juice win the point, and then and Angelo comes to the net and he goes, "Dad, what's the matter?" I'm like, "Penalty, yada yada yada." He's like, "We just won the fucking match, the tournament. We won the whole tournament. No, we won." And I was just like, "Oh,
I forgot about that.
oh." But we were still in the moment. I think Juice came off too. Juice was hot too, right? We just did it. We were
You thought we still had one more point to play. He came off saying, "What do you mean we got one more? We still got one more."
That's awesome.
I'm over there trying to tell everybody, "We're done. We're done."
Yeah, it's the race to 3 was hard to like adjust to. At least for me. How was it for you guys? Because I was so used to 4, like first to 4, mercy of 4. And to only have the first to 3 points wins it kind of threw me through a loop the first couple times.
For me, at least, I played in the C3XL last year for the first 3 of them with the Tropics. So I had kind of knew about the format already.
Okay.
For them though, as you can hear, they had trouble sometimes telling if we needed 3 or 4 points to win. But then once about through the first tournament, we kind of had that figured out what the format was like. About halfway through the first one, we kind of figured out how it was and everything like that.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I came and went too much from that into other things, and it kept throwing me off every time I came back. I was like, wait, it's only 3. I would like to see it go up to 4 for D4, like at least race to 4, a little bit more play time, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that would be good for sure.
and he could keep the time the same. Just give me one more point.
What we
And that might help with point margin.
CPXL
First to 4.
He was first to 4. Okay.
Yeah. CPXL was
First
mercy
to
to 4. Not
Mercy
first
to
to 4.
Mercy to 4. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 points ahead, and you mercied them. And I think it was a 10-minute time clock, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay. You guys there?
Oh, wait.
Dev, Jello. All right, it's a big juice show now.
Let's do it.
Until they hop back in. So, Juice, you got any like odd rituals or like a piece of gear you got to wear?
Nah, man, I wouldn't say no. Well, okay. If we're going to say a ritual, I say I listen to the same song. Like when I drive up, before I drive, I play like the same like 4 songs before like the tournament, Before the tournament started, I got to listen to these 4 songs. When I first started playing paintball, I used to be like, man, these songs just put me in the mood to have a good day. Every time I hit the field, man, it's always a good day. So I said, I'm going to just play these songs and I'm going to just go on by my day, and it just kept working for me. So that's probably my one ritual that I do have.
What are those 4 songs?
Man, I can't get them out the top of my head. There's some Lil Uzi Vert in there. Lil Uzi Vert, $1 Million Play, featuring Future. Back then this song was the one. It was top of the board. It's 3 more songs in that same list. It's like all in the same order. It's like right under $1 Million Play. If you go look for it, it's right there.
All right, here they are. They're back.
All right. Shoot. I should have known to plug it in.
There we go. So Juice was just telling us that he has to play the same 4 songs. They're all Backstreet Boy songs before he gets to the field.
Little NSYNC, yeah.
Yeah, a little NSYNC. He likes to keep it poppy.
Yeah.
You guys got any like gear like you gotta wear or rituals you gotta do in order to like have a good day?
Honestly, for me, I just wake up and then just clear my head of everything but paintball. I only try to think of paintball for that day
Okay.
and just try to focus on that, at least for a tournament. For practice, it's a little bit different, but for a tournament, I clear my head completely and only think about what's going to happen.
I just I picked up a headband. Remember my mother-in-law, right? That's like
Okay.
some butterflies. She used to love butterflies. She's out there shooting kids with paintballs for her. Nothing really too serious. Just kind of thinking about it. But yeah, I'm not too superstitious or nothing. Like Angelo, and I get to the field, like I'm kind of zoned in, right?
Mhm.
People talk to me. I don't even remember talking to people sometimes. So I just get so focused, right? I don't think nothing but the next point or what's next or what we got to change or do or adjust. I kind of just get into the flow.
Ah, nice. What is something you think give advice to some like the D6 guys that are starting out. Like what's something you think a lot of, or even D4 teams overlook that they need to pay attention to?
Mechanics.
I
Okay.
don't even think, I think personally, I think form. A lot of people think, no, mechanics is more of how you snap out. I think a lot of people don't look at like, they hold their gun super sideways and snap out wide instead of having it straight up. Just like different, just looking like a good player too.
Okay.
Like if you double knee slide into a bunker or something or just dive, you want it to be a good form of a dive, or else you're going to core sample or hurt yourself. Crawling in the snake, you're also going to want to have a good form, or else people are going to see you shoot your pod pack. Just learn how to look in that position and how you should be postured and stuff like that.
Which is why G. Lilly came out the gate such a great paintball player, right? He just watched it and filmed it for so long. He just emulates.
I think
Yeah.
he's the perfect example of what I mean by that too.
Yep.
G Lily is the perfect example. Because I was gonna say, and he always watching. You see how he came out, how he come out. Be like that. This ain't his first day.
No, he came out the gate pretty hot for sure. No. Juice, what do you think?
I'd say watching.
Watching.
I agree with mechanics too, because it goes a lot. But from our football background, we did a lot of watching film.
Mm-hmm.
So watching film go a long way.
Yeah.
It's more digestible than people think it is. Yeah, it might be a little boring. You got to sit there, watch through it. Can't concentrate maybe, but if you really sit there and digest, you can get a lot of good work out of just watching film.
Yeah. Well, I think you got to watch with intent, right? Like I'm sure you guys did in football. Like if you're on the defensive line, you watch the offensive that
Ten-
you're going to face off
yeah,
against. Like if,
tendencies of a
yeah, like
player. Yeah,
does he shuffle left, shuffle right, and then go? If he, some players have to like hit a bunker before they move. So if you
yeah,
see the bunker, uh, they're gone. So, um, but like even if you're just pulling up a random YouTube video and like, hey, I'm gonna watch this one guy and how he progresses down the field. I think that's the way to do it. Like hyper focus on that instead of watching the whole match. You can
yeah,
watch a whole match for entertainment purposes if you want, but in order to
yeah.
get better, if you focus in on them, I like that one.
Watch what they say too, because the
Hmm.
communication it get a lot deeper. As you move up divisions, so you
Yeah,
gotta really, really take it in.
yeah. I think I'd like to see a lot more like level 2 communication from players, which I think you guys do a good job of. Um, and rice and beans, they're starting to do a better job at level 2 communication, not just where they are but what they're doing,
Yeah,
and what you need and what your teammates need. So that really starts to factor in D4, I feel like. Well guys, we're right over an hour. Shout out the sponsors or the people that support you, however that goes, and we'll call it a wrap.
Shout out, of course, Palmetto Hills, our home field. Pete and Kathy, Tyler, they all take care of us above and beyond our needs. I feel bad I didn't give you the logo before this. I completely forgot. I didn't
Oh, I
think
got
about
it.
it. Yeah. Oh, you got it? All
I
right,
got
good.
it.
Yep, appreciate it. So yeah, Pete also helps us out personally, out of the kindness of his heart, aside from Palmetto Hills. Those are only two sponsors right now, right? Anybody else I want to shout out. Shout out Mikey, Blackout Media, and of course Gabe at G Lily Productions, I think it is.
Yeah.
I can't
Films. G. Lily
film, yeah,
Films.
G Lily Film. Both them are amazing videographers and photographers. Marcy too, but she's out there in the middle of the country now. So if you're out there in
Colorado.
Utah.
No, I don't think it's Colorado. Or
It's Utah. Utah.
Utah, yeah,
Yeah.
Utah. Man, she definitely takes some of the best pictures. I love Marcy's pictures. I think that's it, really, man.
All right. Cool.
Definitely Palmetto
Well,
Hills,
hey,
man.
thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see everyone else next time on the Planet Paintball podcast.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code Planet Paintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball podcast